Yellow, how's it going, guys and gals? I see we got Game Center, Turkey, Flurko, everything at once. Gista, Megatron, what's up? Nice to see y'all. Hopefully everybody's having a really awesome day. I think the music's not loud enough. Let me crank that up a little bit more. Jimmy, what's going on, Jimmy? How are you today? All right. Let's put this thing on the live. Oh, that's the wrong thing. There's no game to capture because I don't have a game open. So here we go. Here we go. Here's some pre-recorded gameplay for you guys. That way I can focus on answering your questions. I can't focus on playing and answering questions, so here's some pre-recorded stuff for you. All right. So how's everybody's day? Hopefully amazing. You guys are awfully quiet today. Speak up, I tell ya. You darn kids, get off my lawn. Alright. So I'm trying to remember what it was I wanted to talk about. I was going to say something, but I can't remember what it was offhand. And Jimmy, no, the births, the births and nuffs and murphs and stuff have not taken place yet. Whatever you call those things. They won't go live until sometime after the new update hits. And I think we have, 4 or 5 more days? And I'm not sure exactly how many days after it'll start. So let me look really quick. Florco, sorry to hear that your day sucks, buddy. That's never fun. That's never fun. You gotta try and make the best out of whatever you got going on, I guess. It's all you can really do is do the best you can and try not to let things get to you when days are bad. So it looks like we got 6 days left. And then the new update should be rolling around, and we don't know which nerfs and buffs are going to go live right away. I think they said the blanket buffs are going to be live first, and a lot of the other stuff will be going live later. So I don't expect to see all of it for a little while. But honestly, I'm really looking forward to the flamethrowers getting buffed. I'm looking forward to Scourge, Tyrann's, Redeemers getting buffed. That's going to be awesome. Ojwal says, exploding shotguns, Fenrir, or atomizer and Nucleon. Well, if you like to play up close, I would go with the shotguns. If you want to play from a distance, I might look at the atomizer Quarkers, but I'm not really sure how those are going to perform. We don't really know how any of the stuff is going to perform after the buff. We gotta wait till it goes live and test it to know for sure, but right now the exploding shotguns are one of the best up-close weapons you can get in the game. Those things are just brutal and they hit very hard, and they do great, so yeah. They are some nasty smashers right now. Nucleons and Quarkers are pretty cool, but they're a little bit weird. Now the one thing about those is there's no reload, so if you're playing at point blank, you can actually never have to reload those weapons. So it's going to depend on how much damage they actually do. Let's just say I put those Nucleons and Quarkers on a Fenrir and I run right up against the enemy. As long as I'm within something like 30 to 50 meters, it doesn't matter if those bullets spread out or not. I'm never going to have to worry about reloading them because every shot's going to hit from a really close distance. So there's a possibility that those may end up being amazing. I guess it just depends. But they should be getting a pretty nice buff, so they might actually be super good. I'm not really sure yet. But pretty much anything that's going to be changed, we won't know for sure how it performs until it actually goes live and we get to try it. Florco, I do assume we kind of did a little bit of math on the Pulsar, and we think Pulsar is going to be doing really big damage per shot. So I think Pulsar is going to make a huge comeback. What's its counterpart? Not the atomizer, oh my gosh. I'm already having brain farts over here today, guys. Not the Shredder. What's the other one? The Magnetars, right? Pulsar and Magnetar are probably going to be amazing. Luinga says Ragen's buff is interesting. Currently it does 30% damage on each weapon. That's 60%, and with the buff, well, 30% on each weapon is still a total of 30%, not 60%. Like if you have 2 weapons and you add up what 60% more is, then you add the damage of the 2 weapons together, you'll notice it's only a total of 30%, not 60. Like, it's kind of weird how that math works. A lot of people think each weapon adds an additional 30, but that's not really how it is. When you have, let's just say you have 4 weapons and only one of them gets a 30% buff, you would have to make all 4 do a 30% to get a total of 30% more when you have 4 weapons. Hopefully that makes sense. Maybe we're talking about 2 different things here, I'm not sure. So Gitzo wants to know, what is the best drone and module for strong resistance? That's definitely going to be the Nebula drone. Now, one thing about drones though, you got to remember is they are being reworked. So not this upcoming update, but maybe the next one. All the drone chips are going to be gone. There will be no chips. All the drones are going to have set different skills. So drones are going to be completely different in probably 2 to 3 months, I would say. But as of right now, the Nebula is probably the best drone for keeping you alive because you can get damage resistance chips. It's got built-in healing. It's got a shield slot. It's just probably the best drone for keeping you alive the longest. Mitos, I'm doing good, bud. How about yourself? Electrical, how's it going? Uh-oh. Jimmy's got himself some virtual reality over there. Oh wait, you're watching it on... You're watching the live stream on it? That's kind of... I didn't know you could do that. How do you do that? Does it have a YouTube app built into it? Now I'm interested. I might need to get me one of those. Can you play Android games on it? That would be sweet if you could. I don't know anything about virtual reality, honestly. Like, I know absolutely nothing about it, so I'm probably not a good person to ask about that stuff. Uh-oh, Jimmy's building the T-Falcon. Yeah, you'll probably like that a lot. I'm excited to play the regular Falcon, honestly. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're ever going to put the Shredder reload back to 3 seconds. Shredder was a very strong weapon back in the day. So most of the time, old weapons, if they do buff them, they're going to make them good, but I don't think they're ever going to be like at their full glory again, you know what I mean? Maybe some of them. I mean, the flamethrowers are really going to be killer, I think. I've just got a feeling the flamethrowers are going to dominate. If you're good enough to use them. They're not easy to play, honestly. Oh, as far as modules for damage resistance, I think the best modules to keep you alive are definitely the repair amplifiers. If you can get a Nebula drone and 2 repair amplifiers, you'll be really good at staying alive. And there's also some pilot skills for, defense points and more durability that you probably want to add, so. Jimmy says you can play anything you want. Huh. Do you have to plug it into your TV, or do you plug it into your phone, or how do you... I don't know how that works at all. I want one. Okay, Jimmy doesn't know much about it either. Oswald says, flamethrowers can't keep up in these much lags and fast running Kepris. Well, flamethrowers though, you really gotta be close. They're not really designed to be used from a distance. You gotta be up 50 meters or right in somebody's face. So don't try to use the flamethrowers from a distance or they will never work. But if you use them as straight up brawling weapons, man, they're pretty darn good. Or if you can lock somebody down and they can't move, they're pretty darn good, so. There's definitely times where they work really well, and there's times where they don't as well. What's up, Kron? How you doing today? How is your day so far? Hopefully it's going awesome. Arif, how are you? Alright, so Karama wants to know, is the Nether Auto with Spear still worth investing in? Okay, well, Nether is a cool robot. I don't know if you'll like it or not, but I do think the Nether is a very fun and very cool robot. I still think the Spears and the Autopilot will be cool. We don't know for sure, but I think the Spears will still work with Auto. And it'll probably be worth it. It's not going to be what it is now. I mean, I can't, we got to test it out to know for sure. I've got a feeling it will still be very good, but it's not going to be super overpowered, I don't think. It'll be probably like powerful, but it's not going to be crazy. The way we've calculated it, we figure it's going to be very good, but it's not going to be completely insane and just obliterating everything from the map. So I'm guessing yes, but we'll find out when all the changes take place. So right when the changes take place, I'll probably do a live stream where I try out different weapons that got changed and try to figure out which ones are still good. You know what I mean? Sunix TV, how's it going? Nice to see you today. So Greatest wants to know, what's the best setup for Orochi? You have 2 calamities. Well, I'll tell you what. As long as there's not a bunch of stealth robots running around, the calamities are very good on Orochi, but if you're running up against a bunch of robots that constantly go into stealth and make you lose your lock on, that's a little bit of a problem. But I think any shotguns on Orochi are very good. Redeemers are really good. Punchers are really good. The K weapons, the heavy version of the radiation weapons, those are really good. What else? What else was awesome on top of Orochi? I'm trying to remember. I think the Nucleons will be pretty good again. Flamethrowers are really good if you can learn to play it. Not easy to play, but very good. So yeah, there's a lot of really good weapons. I would probably run on something as squishy as Orochi. I would probably run a Last Stand. Probably one nuclear amplifier, one last stand, and maybe a heavy armor kit or something to try and keep them alive a little longer. I would probably run a Nebula drone with all the healing to keep them alive. That would be my setup. Or if you just want to do crazy damage, you could run a big drone with the damage chips. Alright, so I'm gonna make sure that before I announce the giveaways on the Gothic Mars and the Gothic Fainters, I'm waiting for Pixonic to say my submission was okay. Since I did a live stream where I gave out a few of the items, and I think there was like 4 people that won one of each, and I have to make sure that's okay because I did 2 separate giveaways and randomly picked the people from the 2 giveaways, and there was like 4 people who won one of each. So I got to make sure they say that's fine before I announce the winners. If not, then I'm going to have to, only let them have one and pick a couple more people. So I got to see what they say about that first. I've never done a split giveaway like this before, so I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. But yeah, if I do a live stream with a giveaway, usually a lot of people, a lot of the same people are always there on the live stream. So, and there's not as many people entering on a live stream as like a regular video. So people who come to the live streams have a much higher chance of being picked to win than when you have like 2,000 people entering on a video. But I'm just waiting until they say it's okay. Hopefully I get some feedback today. So within the next 2 or 3 days, I should have those winners listed. So stay tuned for that. JR, how's it going? Tamin says Decay for Seraph. Yeah, Decay is actually really good on there. Seth, what's up, buddy? So I would run a nuclear amplifier, 2 repair amplifiers, probably a big drone with damage chips, and either punchers or decays on top of that Seraph. Tamin says you need to play clan battles. What do you mean, like do videos where my clan, the whole clan together? What I notice is people tend to like build videos and stuff the best, so usually I just kind of stick to build videos and how to build something. Usually if I post other types of videos, just like clan gameplay or this or that, those videos don't seem to get too many views. Even game tutorials where I try and give you tips on how to do better on a specific game mode or something, though people don't really watch those for some reason. So what I do is I kind of figure out what I think my viewers want to see and try and make videos similar to that for them. But when that new like Amugu bot or whatever comes out that teleports, I'm planning on getting some videos together where we get a whole clan full of people to help demonstrate what that thing can do. That's going to be a pretty interesting robot, and it is going to take a whole bunch of people to really make that video, so you can actually watch the people come and teleport through and all kinds of stuff. That's probably going to be a really fun robot when it comes out. Now the only thing is, at first when I get it, it's going to be on the Battle Wreck account, I think, and I'm not allowed to be in a squad or anything with the Battle Wreck account. We can't be in a clan or squad with people, but when it shows up on my account, we'll be able to do some pretty interesting things with it. Alright, so Sonix wants to know what's better, Nodens with 4 Kristen? Kristen's pretty crappy. Kisten's kind of one of those weapons that doesn't really do that well. There's so many fast moving robots, it seems to miss a lot of the times. But the other problem with Miramitz is very squishy now and it's really easy to kill, but If I had to pick between one or the other, I would say the Miramids with those blindy weapons, but I would rather play a Nodens than a Miramids with a different set of weapons, but that's just me, I guess. But Nodens with brawling type of weapons, if you could put like Maha and Mahavajra on a Nodens and focus on healing your teammates, and then if an enemy comes close to you to try and wipe you out, you just beat them up with the Mahavajras, because Nodens is really designed to be a healer and not a fighter these days, so. Tammin says the War Robots rebalance is much needed. I agree. I think it's going to be a very good thing, at least most of it. There's a few things on there I'm not really pleased about, but even a lot of the weapons that are getting nerfed, you're going to see like, you know, like punchers are getting a little bit more of a spread. Avalanche is getting a little hit, but some of those weapons, unless they were on the list of excluded weapons, they're going to get a 40% damage buff and then slight nerfs on some other things. So really, they might end up being better than they were in the first place, depending on what it is. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of those weapons that are getting nerfed are still getting the 40% buff or a 25 or a 10%, depending on which tier it is. So that might make up for the changes being made. So I truly feel like they're currently interested in balancing the game to make things a little bit more balanced, which is really good. Yeah, Mahavajra is definitely not available in the shop at the moment. It will be eventually, but right now I think you have to pull those out of crates or whatever. I'm not really sure when those are going to go into the shop, but if you don't have like the Mahavajras, any type of shotguns good on Nodens. Cyclones are really good on Nodens. What else do I like on Nodens? The blindy weapons are great on Nodens. The Pantagruel Gargantua type things are good on there. Just about anything is pretty good on there, except for, I don't think I would run 4 of the original machine guns, but just about anything's good. Alright, so Kron, you don't like the Omugi or whatever. That's a bummer. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't think it's going to be like a strong robot, but it's going to be a support robot to help your team go places it needs to go. Oh, you do like the Omugi. Okay, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. I'm dyslexic, so I see words and letters and stuff that aren't actually there sometimes. I'm Boring Video says, do you think it's better to upgrade my Crimson Hawk to Mark II or use Mark II Blights and Decays on it? Or buy the Mark II offer that has Mark II Fainter and Cryptic Hazards? Personally, I don't think Fainter and Hazards work very well together. The reloads don't match up. The other problem is with the Fainters, if you're shooting something at a distance, you got to aim ahead a little bit. You can't just shoot straight on like you can with the other weapons. So, in my opinion, those weapons do not work well together. So, I would not run that setup myself. But as far as if you could run 2 Blights and 2 Decays, that would be great. I would say just upgrade it to Mark II and use the Blights and Decays. Oh, you said you can use the Mark II guns on your Typhon. I see what you're saying there. Well, how if the deal's cheap, I mean, it might be worth buying. Fainters are actually really good weapons. I think they are getting a little bit of a nerf though, so I'm not sure what they're going to be like after the rebalance, honestly, but as of right now, they're totally worth getting. So that's a hard one to answer. If it's a cheap deal, maybe just buy the cheap deal. Hopefully I read all that stuff wrong. Like I said, I'm dyslexic. You kind of threw quite a few things in there, so hopefully I read everything properly. Hopefully that answered your question a little bit. Now Fafnir, though, if you know how to play it, it's still really good. Thing with Fafnir is it's a really good robot, but it's not easy to play. But if you get the hang of it and figure out how to make people charge up your shield, it can really tear some people to pieces. Smileys, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I think they're going to plan on buffing some of the older robots as well. I think they were planning on doing the big weapon buff first, and then they're talking about doing more older robots. So I think we are going to see a lot more older stuff making a comeback if everything works out the way I think it's going to work out. Ishan says, is 4 Blights on the Nether a good combo? Yeah, it's not bad at all. If you like playing Nether from a distance, 4 Blights are really good. That was one of the setups I played and I really liked. There's quite a few good setups for him, like Sonic weapons are fun. The toxic weapons were kind of fun. The radiation weapons were fun. Any type of shotgun was a good time on the Nether. But yeah, I think that would be a very good combo actually. 4 Blights on there works great. We got Magic. How's it going, Magic? I am boring says, that or I buy silver. I need to upgrade my Crimson Hawk. Alright, so Hawk's a good robot, right? Hawk's is still a great robot overall. I mean, it's not as good as it used to be, but it's still pretty nice overall. I mean, I'm not really sure if it's going to fit your playing style or whatnot, but now Magic says, you know, those good deals are probably still going to be there after the update, but a lot of things are going to be changing after the update, so it might not be bad just to wait till see what's going on after the update. That way we figure out what's still working well and what's not working well. So he's got a good point on that one. Maybe save your money. I mean, we got probably like 6 more days till a part of the update kicks in. But I think they said at the beginning of the update they're only going to have some things active. And then the rest of it will start kicking in later. So it's going to be weird to see how this works. But after all the changes have taken place, we'll get to figure out what's actually worth using and what's not. AJ Core, what's up, bud? Everything at Once says DDA, whatever that is. What is DDA? Undertaker says, are they buffing the DOT weapons? I think you're talking about the green toilet water sprayers, right? The toxic weapons? No, I don't think those were getting buffed. I think those were on the list of weapons that were excluded. So I don't think they're getting the buff this time because they're actually still good weapons. I wouldn't say they're like, I wouldn't give them a 10 out of a 10. I would probably give them an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10 right now. So they're still really good. Nobody's really playing them, which is surprising because they're still really nice weapons. And they can actually shoot right through the angler's shield, so they would be great weapons for fighting anglers, honestly. So are flamethrowers, because flamethrowers can go right through the angler's shield as well. JR says corrosion is damage over time. Yeah, corrosion weapons are DOT weapons. I am boring. Yeah, take some time to decide. I mean, things are going to be very different. I mean, you might even have a bunch of stuff that's, I don't know what you have in your hangar, but it's possible you're going to have some old weapons that perform really awesome after the buffs. Don't know for sure. Jimmy says, give me a big old thumbs up. Yeah, that would definitely be really awesome. I would appreciate that a lot. Undertaker says, Viper, Wasp, and Hornet. I do believe those are getting buffed as well. I did not see them on the excluded list. So Viper, we're pretty sure Viper is going to get a big old buff and probably be awesome. Wasp and Hornet, the problem with those is they have a very long reload time. So even if they do get a buff, they're going to hit really hard, but you're going to be a setting duck. Once you're out of ammo and somebody comes rushing at you to try and get you, you're not going to really be able to defend yourself. Or what is it, 12 or 14 second reload on those things? That's way too long in my opinion. I am boring, so Scourge and Spark are going to be very good, but you're still going to have the problem of anglers going into phase shift and whatnot, making you lose your lock on, or very fast robots moving around and making you lose your lock on. So there's a few issues with any weapons that do require you to lock on. So I think those are very good weapons, but they're still kind of a pain in the butt to use sometimes, mainly because of the lock-on thing. Now, if they could actually get rid of the lock-on or something, that would be amazing. Smiley says Mars is getting a major nerf. Yes, Mars is getting nerfed. I don't think it's going to kill the Mars, but it's definitely not going to be as good as it is right now. I think the Mars will still be pretty awesome, honestly. But we'll find out. Thing with Mars, it's a very squishy robot, but its ability is crazy strong. That turn it throws does nutso damage, so I can kind of understand why they're nerfing it. But I have a feeling it's still going to be good. We're just going to have to learn how to play it a little bit differently. We'll find out though. We'll find out. I'm hoping it's still going to be good. There have been a few things that they've nerfed to the point where it wasn't good anymore. So hopefully this won't be one of those things, because it sucks when that happens. Kron says pilot skills and modules make him strong. Yep. It would be a very different game if we didn't have pilot skills and modules, honestly. The pilot skills, the modules, the shields, all that stuff has really changed the game a lot, honestly. Oh yeah, Glory is probably going to be quite strong. Everything at Once is, what's the best setup for Fenrir in Silver League 2? Well, I don't know if it really matters as to which league you're in. It really matters as to what you have or what you're able to get, I guess. Honestly, I think after they buff the Terrans and the Redeemers, I'm going to be running Fenrir with those. Those are going to be sick. The radiation weapons are great on the Fenrir. The flamethrowers are great on the Fenrir. What else do I like to put on mine? I used to like running Calamity Scourge, but I don't know how that's going to work. It might be good again after the buffs. I'm not 100% sure. Might be really good. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I think. What else is good on top of Fenrir? Any type of shotguns. Shotguns are very good on Fenrir. So if you're playing up at a really close range, I think 2 flamethrowers and a... Oh wait, Ember and Terran would be really good at close range. Just remember though, like those flamethrowers are very hard to hit anything from a distance, so The Terrans or the Embers will have to lead ahead if something's at a distance or moving, you know what I mean? And the Terrans don't, so those would be a little hard to use together unless you're just right up in somebody's face, which is how I like to play my Fenrir. But those would actually work okay. Wouldn't be the best, but it would be nice, especially down there in Silver League. I think that would work really good. Alright, so Shore wants to know what I think about Havocs on Ravana after the nerf. Well, I don't really know. I haven't got to try them for sure. I don't know how they're going to be on the live server yet. So we gotta test a lot of these things out before we know for sure if it's going to be good or bad after the changes. I can't remember if the Sonic weapons were getting the 40% buff along with the nerf or not. So I guess it depends. If they get the 40% buff, even though they're going to be different, they're still going to be really good. If they're not getting the 40% buff, I'm going to guess they're probably just going to be so-so. But I'm pretty sure they were getting a 40% buff plus a couple of nerfs, so I think they're going to have less ammo, longer reload, but hit a lot harder. So I think that would probably still be, if that's the case, then I think it'll still be really good. But we're going to have to try it out to know for sure. So Kron says Incinerator and Scorcher might be really good with Explosive Expert after the... Yeah, you know what? That's something I'm really looking forward to trying out, is the new shotguns with the Explosive Expert. I mean, not the shotguns, the Flaming Rockets with the Explosive Expert might be crazy good. I've always disliked those weapons for the most part, so... I like the ability, but I don't like the reload times, and I don't know, I just can't get into them overall. So I'm hoping maybe after the changes I'll actually like them. Now another weapon I think is going to be crazy good after the changes will be like the Cryo Rime and Glaciers. I think those are going to be amazing after they get buffed. Like add 40% more damage to those, and I think they're actually going to hit really hard again. Alright, so Builder wants to know which is better, Kid with Repair or Arthur? Man, that's a very hard question to answer. So Kid has a lot of weaknesses, but so does Arthur at the moment. I mean, honestly, those are kind of like the two worst Titans in the game, I would say. Arthur was probably the best Titan for a really long time, but they made some changes to him, and now he's probably one of the worst. Kid is not a great Titan, but Kid definitely has some advantages, but if you can get something else, I would save your platinum to get something else if you can. You would be better off going with a Nodens or, you know, something a little better. Conway Gritty, what's up, buddy? He says Glory is going to be great on Fenrir. Lots of buffs in the Glory. Yeah, I think the Glories are probably going to be really good. Flurko's favorite buff is the Glory. Jeff says, do you still like playing War Robots? Yes, definitely. Now, like last night, we ran into some of those games where all the enemies dropped the Kefrian spears and we were annihilated. Like they basically just rushed into our home base with those. And before your robot even hit the ground, it was dead. So as you were dropping in, you were dying because they all played like a crap overpowered build that's not fair. So as long as you're not getting games like that, it's still fun, but they are going to change those weapons so they're not that strong anymore. So I really don't think they intended these weapons to be as powerful as they are. But I think after they nerf them, it's going to be a lot easier to deal with. But yeah, I still like the game a lot. I definitely haven't been playing as much as I used to, though. I will say that. Ever since those spears started running all over the place with the autopilots, that has taken some of the fun out of the game. But hey, 7 more days, whatever it is, that should be changing. It should be going back to more normal after they get rid of those things. Not really get rid of them, but after they change those things. I Am Boring says Dragoons are getting a buff. Yeah, right now the Dragoons are kind of underwhelming to play. Like, they're not really doing much damage. They're not fun. I don't like them, but there's a pretty good chance they might be amazing after they get that buff. I'm not sure yet, but I'm really looking forward to trying them out after they get buffed. I mean, if you can just stand in the back and snipe people with those again, that'll be pretty fun. That is, if sniping is your thing. I don't know if it is or not. Some people love sniping, some people don't. I've never been much of a sniper myself, but a lot of people are. Magic is building a Hellburner. Nice, nice. My Hellburner is doing really good. I also hear there's going to be a legendary pilot coming out for him sometime soon, so I think the Hellburner is going to be a really good robot again very soon. We got Mark from the Kaiser Clan. What's up, buddy? How are you today? Alright, so yes, Phil wants to know if Heimdall is worth upgrading. So, in my opinion, yes, Heimdall is worth upgrading, but there's a lot of people who don't seem to like it. So, I don't know if you're going to be one of the people that loves it or one of the people that hates it. So, in a way, it's kind of a risk to level that one up because it's very hit and miss. You either love that one or you hate that one. So I don't really know if I don't really know what to tell you on that one, but Heimdall is really designed to stay in the back, you know, shoot people from a distance, and you know, if you got some teammates around you, you can heal them or yourself. It's not one of the better Titans, but it's a lot of fun to play, I think. It's a nice Titan that's fun, but it's not a great Titan. I guess that's how I'm gonna put it. It doesn't fit everybody's playing style. So Nick Hill says, I think Nodens is better than Heimdall. In some ways, yes. Depends on what you're doing with it, actually. But in some ways, Nodens is a better healer. So if your goal is just to heal your teammates, then Nodens is definitely the way to go. Mark says Heimdall is the most fun. It really is. It's very fun for me. But now that the Aether has come out, I've pretty much switched to playing the Aether. I really like that Titan for some reason. Kron says, last night was rough against full clans with Kefri, Spears, and Otto. Yeah, they were out all over the place. Ironhide, what's up, buddy? How are you? Alright, so everything says Defender or Fly. Ooh, man. Defender or Fly. Let me look up what those do really fast. I don't really use those drones. Those are still pretty beginner drones. And remember, the drones are being reworked, so pretty soon they're going to be very different. But let me look those two up. I'll tell you which one I would run in just a second. You said Defender or Fly, correct? Let me go to the drone store. So here's Defender, which currently has hello, Mr. Thing, tell me the ability. If the robot receives more than 70,000 damage within 5 seconds, it repairs a portion of its durability immediately. Oh, that's not too bad. It's got a square and a square and a diamond chip. What was the other one you said? Defender or Fly, right? And Fly has after using a module, you increase your robot's damage for 7 seconds. I would personally go with the Defender between the two. Builder, I think Ming is better than the Arthur right now. The Ming dies really easily, but if you can throw some 600-meter range weapons on the Ming and learn how to play it, it's probably the better robot. Arthur's got some problems. Like, they buffed Arthur's shield and made his body really weak. The problem is there's so many weapons that can shoot through the shield. Arthur really struggles right now, so I would say Ming is a better Titan than Arthur, but only if you have the right weapons and modules and stuff on it. But I mean, I sometimes still play my Ming, but every time I play my Arthur, I'm just like, that sucked. So I usually don't play more than 2 or 3 games with my Arthur, and then I put him back in the hangar because he did so bad. I think there's also a glitch where weapons that aren't supposed to go through the shield shoot through the shield on Arthur. And I don't think they've fixed that for some reason. Now, if things didn't go through Arthur's shield, it would probably still be a pretty cool robot, but I just find mine dies too easily because I'm always being shot through the shield. But yeah, Arthur was my favorite Titan for a couple of years, but things changed big time once they nerfed his body and buffed the shield. On paper, I was like, oh, that's awesome. They're buffing his shield, it's got a bunch of hit points, but so many things kill him through it, it's not really worth it. Mark says Seraph still shoots through walls and they never fixed that. Yeah, I don't know if they were planning on it or not. One thing I don't understand is we've had a lot of bugs that have either never been fixed or it gets fixed and a couple updates later the same bug seems to come back. So that's one major problem I noticed with the game is there's a lot of bugs that never really seem to get fixed properly. What's up, Mad Cat? Burso, nice to see you guys. I am boring, says I'm having fun with the luchador until he gets his foot stuck in the floor. You know, I think I've only ever had my luchador get stuck once. I remember one time mine went through the map on carrier and it was stuck in the ground and I couldn't move. It was pretty funny. But I've only had that happen one time. Builder says for Arthur it feels like the shields are not 1.2 million hit points. No, they feel really weak actually. Feels way weaker than that, so I agree with you. Yeah, JR says wait until the new Titan arrives. I don't know when that's going to come out. It may be a little while. But yeah, the new Titan they're going to be working on is going to be crazy. The scary thing is, rumor has it it's going to have 4 heavy weapons. That's going to be brutal. If it's got 4, that's going to be nuts. I actually hope they decide not to go through with that because that will be so overpowered. I mean, 3 heavy ones is just brutal. 4 would just be a nightmare to deal with. Rockzilla, I think we got about 6 more days until some of those buffs and nerfs start happening. When the new update comes out, some of the buffs and nerfs are going live right away, and they said some of the other ones will go live a little later on in the update. So I'm not sure if they're getting nerfed right away or if it's going to be a few days later, but we roughly got about a week until we can expect to see those nerfs and buffs starting to happen. So I'm hoping that's one of the first things that go on the update is the nerf on the spears, because they're just way too darn much. So JR, they're talking about having 4 heavy weapon slots, 1 damage turn, and 3 healing turns, right? So that's a lot of freaking damage right there. I really hope that's not right, because that'll just be so overpowered it will be insane. Maybe I kind of think the rumor about the 4 heavy weapons is not going to be correct. I got a feeling that's not how it's going to work, guys. I kind of have a feeling that it's probably going to have like maybe 2 or 3 heavies and then the damage turret, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, 2 turrets are supposed to be healing turrets and 1 supposed to be a damage turret. So I guess you can throw 1 healing turret over to the left, 1 over to the right to help heal up its teammates around the map. And then it's going to have 1 that damages people too, that it can throw wherever it wants. I don't know, it's going to be very interesting to see what that thing is like. It's going to be a little scary, honestly. I'm scared to see what it's going to be like. What's up, King at War? How's it going? Aman, what's up? How are you? Giveaway results. I'm still waiting to make sure the winners are okay. I turned them into Pixonic, and when Pixonic gives me the go-ahead that the list was fine, I'll announce the winners very soon. Hopefully within the next 1 to 3 days, I'm hoping to have the winners up. So I turned in the list. I'm just waiting for them to say your list is good to go. I don't want to announce them and then find out there was some sort of issue, like, you know what I mean? Just in case I have to change something or whatever. Every once in a while something weird happens. Like, I remember a couple times they said, oh, even though I ran it through the duplicate checker, there was somebody on the list twice, so, and then I needed to change it. So yeah, I try to wait for them to approve it and say, you're all good, everything was fine, before I actually post it. So I can't actually look up people's hangers on Steam, I don't think. Oh wait, you've got two hangers? What's up, Blake Lee? How's it going? But yeah, I'm not gonna be able to view your Steam hanger. Builder, there was a 100 Gothic Mars and a 100 Gothic Fainter giveaway that just ended yesterday was the last day to enter in those. So yesterday, last night, I turned in all the winners and just waiting to get an okay to post the winners. So King of War, yeah, I guess they're going to get a 40% damage buff, but they're also getting some nerfs like longer reload time and I think less ammo, so it's probably gonna even out to be about the same amount of damage when you consider the things that are also being nerfed on them. It's gonna be a little bit weird. So I don't think Brawler Ming is really good. I think Ming's designed to fly with a set of 600-meter weapons and hang in the back. With Ming, I find it's best to try and stay away from other robots and titans. I think when somebody gets near you, no matter which mode you're in, it dies very easily, so Ming's really not a brawler in my opinion. Yeah, it's a little stronger on the ground than it is on the air, but it's still not strong on the ground in my opinion, so King of War, yes, Puncher Behemoth will work good, but the punchers are going to have a little bit more spread, so you got to be really close before they do as much damage. Now, if you're trying to shoot somebody at 500 meters with a Puncher Behemoth, that's going to suck. If you're trying to shoot somebody at like 200 meters or closer, it's going to deal a huge amount of damage still. So you're definitely going to have to relearn to play those weapons a little bit differently. I Am Boring says, what's the best bot to kill Titans? I'm going to say, honestly, I feel like Hawk is still doing the most damage to Titans. If you set the Hawk up correctly, it's still a big damage dealer to Titans. Alright, I'm reading back to the chat for a second. Everything at Once says, what's the best and worst addition to War Robots? Well, I can tell you one of the things I cannot stand that most people all hate is the gravity amplifier. In general, I think motherships were a bad addition. I think motherships were unneeded. Like that wasn't good. And power cells. Power cells and motherships. Those were two terrible additions. Also the spears. Those three things are terrible. If they could remove the motherships completely, that would be great. If they are going to nerf the spears, so they probably won't be as bad, but now when it comes to the best things, that's really going to be personal preference because everybody's going to like something different, but almost everybody agrees that motherships weren't really needed and that the gravity amplifier is just annoying and does not make the game more fun. Drones are another thing that I'm not really sure that we needed. We didn't really need drones and we don't really need motherships. I could be happy seeing those things removed from the game. And blinding effects, that sucks as well. Almost everybody hates the blinding. So if they could remove those couple things, life would be good. Alright, let me check something out here. Alright, so where did that go? So everything at once, your android hangar, well, the invader's good and the shell's pretty decent. Fujin, don't love it. Striker, don't love it, but I mean, for a lower league hangar though, that's pretty nice. In the lower leagues where you're at now, those are pretty good. I mean, I would focus on getting everything up to level 6. I wouldn't go too much past level 6 on your robots and weapons. At least not on the Fujin and the Striker, because you're eventually going to outgrow most of those things. Now, the Invader is one of those robots that's still amazing. I mean, the Invader is something you can easily play in Champion League and still have a lot of fun with it. Shell's just kind of so-so. In the lower league, Shell is amazing, but that Shell will beat the crap out of people. So yeah, you got a very nice hangar for being down there in the lower leagues. Yeah, Invader's actually one of my favorite robots to play. It's just all around really good, honestly. So King of War says, I'm happy they're reworking the drones. Yeah, that's going to be pretty nice, actually. I think most people are going to be pretty happy that the drones are being reworked. I mean, I think some people are unhappy about it, but in the long run, I think it's going to make the game a lot better. Overall, it's really going to balance out the game more. Getting rid of those purple shield chips, those are another thing that was added to the game that were a nightmare, but they are working on getting rid of those, so that's going to be a giant help, I think. Heck, I just lost something. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta run to the bathroom really fast. I gotta pee. Too much coffee again. Okay, I'm back. All right. So AJ says people will die so much faster without the purple shields. Well, I think that's going to depend on what the new drone abilities are, because I think they're going to have drone abilities that give you like more hit points or more damage resistance and stuff like that. So some of the drone abilities might make up for not having the purple shields, but we'll see what happens, I guess. You know what I mean? We'll just have to wait and see what happens on that. Everything says, who agrees that 95% of people can't talk in people what they say in online? Well, yeah, there's some people that say some stuff online that they would never say to people in person because they know they would probably get beat up. Maybe that's what you're talking about. So everything, they're going to take our microchips away, but they are going to convert it into a new currency. So the question is, how much of the new currency are we going to get? Are we going to get enough of it to continue leveling up our drones? Right? Is the compensation going to be good? We'll find out, I guess. When do you get overdrive from the 100 key chest? I'm missing something up there. King of War says, Hades is my favorite bot. Yeah, Hades is awesome. I like it. I'm hoping after there's not a lot of purple shields on the map, I'm hoping we won't see as many people running shield breaker pilots, which will make the Pantheon bots a lot better. I think we're still going to see some people running shield breaker, but I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of people running shield breaker, honestly. King says flames will be a lot more scary after the buff. Yes, they will. AJ says Nucleon is outperforming the Puncher after the patch. Well, I don't know, man. You're probably going by the test server, right? I'm assuming you're trying that on the test server. Wait till it goes live to make any type of decision like that, just in case something wasn't quite right on the test server, which sometimes it's not. The test server can be a little bit weird, I think. What's up, Cinderman? How you doing? Nice to see ya. Everybody has got quiet, guys. Everybody's gotten quiet. What are you guys doing? Everybody's so quiet. Don't everybody ask questions at once now. Madcat says I'm getting into a beacon match. And he's horrible at multitasking. Yeah, not everybody's good at multitasking, I guess. Builder says, because we're all playing while listening to the stream. Cinderman's in the game as well. Everything at Once asked if I like football. I don't really follow sports. My idea of fun sports was like X Games type of stuff. Like the bicycles and skateboard. That's my idea of sports. I don't really watch sports. I don't know, it's not enjoyable to me to watch some people run around with a ball. I don't know. AJ wants to know my favorite color. Probably orange. I like orange and I like green a lot. But I would say orange is probably my favorite. Kron's getting some video rewards. Nice. You know what? I should probably see if there's any video rewards I can collect at the moment too, because why not do it now, right? Why not do it now? Video rewards are good. I'm gonna hit the collect all button, ba-bam, all right. And let's go grab these things. Alex says can I get Fortnite? I'm not really planning on it, bud. Does not look like a game I would like. Yeah, Builder, unfortunately Steam doesn't allow those ads, I guess, so that's not really the game manufacturer's fault, but it looks like Steam just doesn't allow them to have ads. So I'm not really sure why that is. I guess Steam must not make any money off the ads. I'm really not sure. Kron says, Fortnite doesn't interest me. Yeah, it doesn't really look that fun to me. I mean, part of it looks fun, but there's a lot of it that I don't think I would like. All the running around and having to build a bunch of stuff and whatnot. To me, I don't really enjoy stuff like that. To me, that's not a lot of fun. I like games where you don't have to do too much work beforehand. Just like fighting games, just go out and fight, right? I don't like to have to do a bunch of weird stuff. What about Minecraft? Yeah, that would be a lot of work. Like, I know people who have built stuff on Minecraft that have taken them like months and months and months. I don't have the patience for something like that. Plus, I hear people could come by and destroy your stuff. That would suck. That would suck big time. That would be really sad if people came by and destroyed all your stuff. I wouldn't like that too much. Alright, video rewards are good. But one thing about rewards though, if you play more than one game and you gotta watch videos for everything, that's a pain in the butt. You get off one game and you go to the next, and the next game is like, hey, watch videos. And the next game's like, hey, watch videos. And the next game's like, hey, watch videos. Then you probably spend more time watching videos than you do playing. I wish the videos were different. I remember back when a lot of the videos were like 10 or 20 seconds. And when the thing was over, you just hit the end button. You didn't hit the X, and it would take you to a different screen, then a different screen, then a different screen. The ads are getting more and more annoying. Builder wants to know how to join a clan. Well, you got to find a clan that's got available slots, and then I think you can hit the button to request to join. Now, different clans have different trophy ratings. So, you know, like let's just say you have 5,000 trophies. That means you're in Champion League. So some clans only let people in that have enough trophies to be in Champion. So you just got to kind of look around and look for clans. There's probably like clan recruitment stuff here and there, like on Facebook and places like that. I don't know. But when you're in your hangar, I think over on the right there's one of those little things you can click that will show you a bunch of different clans, and if there's one of those open that you meet the requirements for, you can always request to join it. AC Gilo, how do I think the Thermite's going to do? I really don't know. It's going to be interesting to try it though. I hope it's not going to be too crazy. I don't like weapons like that, but it might be insane, honestly. We'll see. Builders over there quoting some commercials for Raid Shadow Legends. At least I think that's what that is. It's either that or like State of Survival or something. But yeah, I see those commercials all the time, but I don't even remember what they're for. I remember the commercial, but I have no idea what game it was for. Uh-oh. Kaylee's back with the holy water. Nice. But yeah, I think thermites are probably going to be big damage dealers after the buff. Mad Cat 1, nice, nice. So we got about 15 more minutes on the stream, everybody. So if you got some questions, get them in there. Get them in there. 15 more minutes and then I got to go. I still need to answer YouTube comments for the day. Man, I got all kinds of stuff I still need to get done today. Kaylee says there will be no ganging up on Dana today. Nope. Nope, nope. We're doing the Q&A today. I still want to change my name to something else in game. Haven't got around to it yet, but one of these days I'm going to do that. I got to think of something interesting to change it to. Maybe I'll change it to like some random guy. Some random guy. That'll be my in-game name. That'd be pretty funny, actually. AJ says change it to Bob. Bob would probably work pretty good. Bob. Alright, Builder says cudgels are shooting through the walls. They're not supposed to. They're not supposed to shoot through the walls. Change my name to Not Danny. Yeah, that might be okay. But they would probably still realize it was me. I don't know, people see a YouTuber and they want to get you. It's weird. They're like, we gotta get Danny. I don't know why they want to get you, but they want to get you. I don't know, I mean, if I see people I recognize in games, I don't really go after them, you know? I just play the game like I normally would. If they happen to be wherever I'm at and I need to shoot at them, then I shoot at them. But I don't run across the map to try and find just to get that person. You know what I mean? Some people do that. Alright, so everything says I'm producing a Raven right now. After that, should I get a Devastator or Redeemer for the Fenrir? I think the Redeemer is going to be awesome. Devastators are very hard to play on Fenrir, I think. Some people get good with it, but the majority of people I know have a hard time playing that since Fenrir is kind of a slow-moving robot. So I think you're better off having the range of the Redeemer. I mean, once that Redeemer hits a 40% buff, it is going to be nasty. So I would say Redeemers. I mean, I'm just taking a guess. I haven't got to try the Redeemer yet on the live server, but once it gets buffed, I expect it to be insane. But a 40%, I mean, it's already strong, but add another 40%, I think it's probably going to be completely insane. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to end up being one of the better weapons in the game after it gets a 40% buff. Like, one Redeemer doesn't really feel that good, but two or more, man, it's great. But you gotta have multiple Redeemers, I've noticed. They're really awesome, honestly. It's crazy. Ojuan wants a Cossack Titan skirmish. I think I remember once they had Cossacks with Titan weapons on top. And I also believe they had a skirmish where they had little teeny Titans and gigantic robots or something. So sometimes they do some pretty interesting stuff like that. Alright, so I'm going to announce the giveaway winners once I know the list is okay and ready to go. So I turned in the winners to Pixonic, so I'm just waiting for Pixonic to say your list is fine. Just I always have them double check just to make sure I didn't mess something up before I post the winners. Yeah, Punisher, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, Magnetar is going to be insane, I think. Should be really good, honestly. I think we're all going to really enjoy it. I could be wrong, but I think so. But when we kind of did some of the math about what kind of damage we think the Magnetar is going to do, it looks like it's going to do a huge amount. I think it's going to hit crazy hard and just annihilate some people from a distance. It was actually one of my favorite weapons back in the day. Alright, so I really don't know if the Hawk's going to be infinite meta or not. I really have no idea. I mean the Mars. Mars is definitely getting a nerf, so we'll have to wait and see how it does. Some people think it's going to suck after the nerf. Some people say it won't be too bad, but we don't really know for sure. We'll just kind of have to wait and see what happens, I think. I'm guessing it's probably going to be good still, but some people are thinking they're driving it into the ground. I just don't know. I don't think it's going to come to that, honestly. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I think it's still going to be great. AJ is looking forward to the new teleporting bot. Yeah, me too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's definitely going to change the game around a little bit. Probably going to change the game around a lot, honestly. I think it's going to make things fun and interesting. Yeah, especially on a team deathmatch. That bot will just be able to like fly over there and everybody who's camping on the other side, like everybody can just come through and just destroy all the campers. It's going to be nuts. I mean, people are going to be showing up from nowhere. You're going to be like, where'd that guy come from? Like that's probably going to be like the most said thing in War Robots is, where'd that guy come from? That's going to be the number one thing to say in War Robots after the new robot comes out. Punisher, glad you're doing good, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. Do I know if the enemy can see the teleporter portal? I believe they can, but again, we've never seen the thing on the live server yet, so we don't really know for sure how they're going to have it set up. I'm guessing you're going to be able to see it, but I can't guarantee it. But more than likely, they'll be able to see it. I'm going to say probably, yes. But I'm just taking a guess. Yeah, the enemies definitely could camp the portals. Like, as long as they're still visible when it goes live, then yeah, the enemies could easily sit there and just wait for somebody to come through. But it's going to be really interesting. Every time you play something on the test server, though, what I notice is when it finally ends up on the live server, it's normally a lot better than it was on the test server. So I expect it to be way better than it is on the test server, but we'll find out. Punisher is gonna wait at the portal with a baseball bat. Man, he's getting nasty over here. Punisher's getting nasty over here. Some with the baseball bat, baseball bat. It's peanut butter jelly time or something. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. I don't remember how that goes. Is that like a real song, or was that just something from that Family Guy show? I remember they did that on Family Guy, and I'm like, what the heck is that? That doesn't even make any sense. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. It's like, okay then. Yeah, Builder, it would definitely be better to have several teammates go through the portal at once, I think. Like in solo gameplay, it might be kind of hard to use that robot, but I think in team gameplay, if you're on voice chat and your team's communicating properly, I think that robot with the teleporters is going to be changing the game. But if you're just playing solo and nobody's really communicating and just doing their own thing, it might be a little bit different. But I do believe that's definitely going to be a team play robot and not a single robot, you know what I mean? Everything at once says Indra or Luchador. Well, in my opinion, if you can play the Indra, if you get the hang of the Indra, it's probably the better robot. Indra is all about timing the abilities, but now with the Indra, though, I feel like you almost have to have the Maha and the Maha Vajras. I don't really like it with any other set of weapons, honestly. Now with the Luchador, I can play just about any type of weapons on there and still enjoy it. So I guess it really depends on what weapons you have and your play style and stuff like that. But almost everybody playing in Indra has the Maha and the Maha Vajras, and I think there's a reason for that. It just really seems to want those weapons to do well. Everything says Messi or Ronaldo. I don't know what that is. What is Messi or Ronaldo? But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be looking forward to a lot of these shields being gone. That's gonna be great. Rumor has it we still might see some shields, but I think like there might be a drone that has like a shield, but it pops up maybe like once a game or something. Oh, football players. Yeah, I don't know who they are. Don says, how do I smooth the aiming? Mine seems to jerk about. Well, I don't know. Do you have a nice phone? Like, one thing about War Robots is it seems to take a really high-end phone to play it without the phone lagging or having problems with it. Make sure your internet connection is good. Every once in a while, make sure you restart the phone, because sometimes phones can run funny if you don't restart them often. But I'm not really sure what you mean by your aiming jerks about exactly. I don't really have any type of issue with that, so I'm guessing it's probably a device or maybe an internet connection running. Maybe you got some lag going on. I'm not really sure. But without seeing exactly what's happening, I'm not really sure what it is that you have going on, if that makes any sense. Kron says need more RAM. That's always a possibility. But yeah, a lot of these games like this do require a pretty good device. Arlido says, yeah, I don't understand. I don't know if you're speaking Spanish. No hablo español. I think you're asking about the giveaway. So in a couple of days, I should have the giveaway winners announced. Yeah, Builder, you can still watch ads to get keys for super chests. If you can save your keys up until you have one of those super chest overdrive deals or whatever it is, that's the best time. Just keep watching those videos every day to get your keys. And when they have the super chest overdrive thing that lets you get it faster, that's when you want to go in there and open all the crates with the keys. That's a pretty easy way to get a super chest, actually. All right, guys, our stream is just about over here. Altered Beast, what's up, buddy? He says he can't wait to see a Minos run through a teleporter. Yeah, the Titans coming through the teleporter is going to be a little bit scary, actually. I kind of feel like they should make so Titans aren't able to use the teleporter, but more than likely they will be. It's going to be scary having a Titan run through there, honestly. It'll probably be very scary. Kron, thank you, buddy. Hey, what's up, Grady? Grady, you missed almost the whole thing, my man. We're about to end this thing here. The stream is just about over. But, just the same old stuff, answering some questions and whatnot, but it was definitely a fun stream. JR says, is there a super chest drive on now? I'm not really sure when the next one's going to be, honestly. I'm really not sure. Let me look. Do we got anything going today? Where's the thing at for the keys? That's not it. I always lose that for some reason. I don't know why. I keep hitting the wrong thing constantly for some weird reason. I'm having a brain fart. I can't figure out how to get to where the keys are. So yeah, we do have an overdrive going. So yeah, there's a special event now. 50%. When you open your keys, 50% more of those keys go to getting your super chest. So if you've got a bunch of keys, today is a good day to spend them. Everything at once says, how many keys does it take to open a super chest? Well, last time we added it up, it was something along the lines of 6,000. But if you get the 50% deal, it's probably around 3,000, 3,500, something like that. Now, I haven't actually added it up in a while. That was last time we counted. I don't know if they've changed it or anything since, but it used to be around 6,000 to 7,000 keys. Everything at once says, Danny, do you have a girlfriend? Nope. Nope, no girlfriends. It's kind of nice being single. I don't have any girls to yell at me, say, hey, do this, do that. So I can just be single and enjoy it right now. It's kind of nice. All right, everybody, I think that's going to wrap this one up. I just want to say thank you all for coming out. Our stream time is just about up for the day. You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much for being here and watching the videos and hanging out and stuff. Channel members, anybody who's a extra supporter like that, who's a channel member or donates sometimes or whatever, I really appreciate you guys a lot. You guys are all super awesome. That extra support really helps. But again, thank you to everybody. I appreciate everybody's support. Just you guys being here and watching this stuff is great. But I got to get going. So you guys have a great day. Catch y'all later. See you guys. And thanks again.